In this video, we're going to have a look at how do we write a proof to prove that two triangles are congruent using the rule angle, angle, side. When we're writing congruency proofs, there are 4 steps that I recommend that you follow. The first step is going to be decide on the rule. So whether it's side, 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 angle, 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 side, or right angle, hypotenuse, and side. Once you decide on the rule, use those 3 letters from the rule to label the 3 lines of working out that is required. Once you've got your 3 lines, write a statement corresponding to each letter. So if it's an S, you say what 2 sides are equal and how do you know they're equal. If it's an A, you write down what 2 angles are equal and how do you know those 2 angles are equal. And then the last step, once you've done your 3 lines of working out, is to write a congruency statement and the corresponding rule. If you follow those 4 steps, you'll be able to write a proof to prove that 2 triangles are congruent. In this example, I want to prove that the 2 triangles are congruent. So the first step is to decide on what rule that you can use, and you do that by having a look at the information. So before we do that, we'll just name the middle point E to help us when we're talking about our triangle. So looking at the information given, we know that angle ADE is the same as angle BCE. We know that side AD is equal to side BC. And using my angle rules of vertically opposite, I know that angle AED is equal to angle BEC. So looking at the 3 pieces of information that I'm given, I know that 2 angles and a side are equal. I also know that the side is not in between the 2 angles, so I can use the rule angle, angle, side. So now that I have decided on a rule, my first step is to write down those 3 letters. So angle, angle, side. So the next step is to go through and write a line for each of those letters. So the first one is A, so I need to write down what 2 angles are equal. And I know that that is going to be angle ADE is equal to angle BCE. And I know that because it is given to us. The next line of working needs to be what other 2 angles that I know are equal. So angle AED is equal to angle BEC. Now, this time, the information wasn't given to us. We used our vertically opposite rule. So we're going to use the symbol for vertically opposite angles as the reason why we know those 2 angles are equal. And then my last line of working needs to be what 2 sides are equal. So line AD is equal to line BC, and we know that because it is given to us. So now that I've got my 3 lines of working, I need to finish with writing off a congruency statement. So therefore, triangle AED is congruent to triangle BEC. And remember, they need to be in the same order for both triangles. And I finish off by writing the rule AAS as the reason I know those 2 triangles are congruent. So that is an example of how to write a proof to prove that 2 triangles are congruent using the rule angle, angle, side.